Hi, class. In this short video, I just want to show you a couple of things that will help you in your time in this course. We run into a couple of issues navigating D2L, and I just want to point out a couple of things that will help you make the most out of our D2L page. So first, let's log in. We all know the website. Let's get there. Log in. I'm going to select our course. Here, you know your courses will be listed over here. Let's select our section. And at this point, I'm going to go up here. There's my profile. You'll see your profile up there, and I'll show you more about that in a minute. First, I want to view as student. So now I know that what I'm seeing on my screen is the same type of thing you can see. One thing I want you to know is an easier way to navigate the content. Here we are in Content Browser. Right now we're working on Unit 2, Letter to the Editor. So let's click on that. This is what you will get when you click on our course. And you can click on this. And it brings up some of the things. It brings up, the things that I've already uploaded. But what about this? We have helpful links, YouTube videos. You can click on it in this way, and that's totally fine. The way that I like to do it, go to Content Browser, this drop-down arrow, go to Content. I like the way that this is laid out. Right here you see Unit 2, Letter to the Editor is highlighted. We have, it brings up all of this stuff right here on one page. You can see all of the things that, the subcategories. I'm not going to go through all of this. You already know it's here, but I just wanted to show you, I think a better way to navigate the content is through Go to Content in Content Browser. Okay, so one other thing that you need to know, some of you have had trouble accessing your digital textbook. As long as you have activated your Brytewave account, you've got your e-reader on your bookshelf, you don't have to go through your email and find the link that they sent you and log in that way. That's way too complicated. I don't know if maybe you've not noticed, up here there's a link to Brytewave. So any books that you have for any other courses, we know we have one for our course. They will be here on your Brytewave bookshelf. So click on that. You'll see it's directing us to Brytewave. You see it's opened up in another window. And this is it. I mean, for me, this is the only book I have on my bookshelf. But if you have any other books, they may be here. But that's an easier way to navigate to find your book, and you can click on this book. It'll bring up, this is like what you would see if I scanned the pages for you. It's right here. Down here we have zoom in, zoom out. You're probably going to want zoom in. Make it bigger, the magnifying glass. You can go to page, whatever. You can click go there if I've given you page numbers, which quite often I will. You can go like that. You can use this highlight feature. Sometimes it's difficult to interact with the text if it's on your computer screen. I like to actually hold the book and highlight and make notes. You can do this. Click this highlight down here. Down here, the highlight. Don't click highlight first and then try to do something. What you'll want to do, and you can choose your highlight color. You can highlight things in different colors. You want to hold your cursor down, hold it for a second. You can't just start dragging. Hold it down for a second to activate the selection tool. There it is. Highlight whatever you like. You can come down here. I'm going to choose pink. Highlight. There we go. You can go. Let's go a couple pages into the future. You can do different colors. I'm going to activate the selection tool by holding it down. Let's do green. Highlight. There we go. Another good thing, you can attach a note. See down here, if you want to comment on this highlight that you've just this part that you've just set aside for yourself, you can comment on it, and it will stick here close to your highlight. See, you've noted that it's on page 59, or well, the system noted that it was on page 59 for you. Things like that. So this is a good tool. This is not going to be a general Brytewave tutorial, but I just wanted you to know some of these resources for you. So let's go back. There's just a couple more things I'd like for you to know. Let's go back up here to our profile. Click down here, activate this menu. I'd like you to click on notifications. You know that I've been posting on D2L and then emailing you to let you know that I've posted on D2L, simply because I know not everyone is signed up for this, but that is about to change. What I want you to be able to receive notifications when there has been activity on D2L. So you can sign up with your email address, you can even register you can get a text indicating there's been something. Right here you can get a summary of what's been going on in your courses. It's too much for me, I don't do that, but here, something like content. I asked, for my courses, I've asked for an email update. If there's any new discussions, you can choose if there's a Dropbox due date you would like to be notified about, if your grades have been changed. This one is particularly important, the news item, new item available, or news item updated. This is very important for you to check. That happens a lot. There's a lot of news. So you can customize it however you like, but this is definitely a good resource. Sign up for these notifications on D2L, and you'll be able to follow a little better what's going on. So just one more thing. Let's go to our course home. Down here in this little Morris library, this kind of little box on its own, click on that. We don't really do course reserves, but if you are in a course that does do that, you'll see that you can access it right here from D2L. Let's click on Morris Library Home. There's two things I'd like you to know about on the Morris Library website. First of all, let me look for this Ask a Librarian right here. This is genius. As long as the library is open, you can click here. You'll see it brings up a little chat box. Be sure not to close your window in which you're talking to the librarian, but you can ask any question. Where do I find information about penguins? I'm lost on this JSTOR search database. I don't know how to do that. Or even, what's MLA format for citing a film in my paper? You can ask them almost anything. You could even ask them, where are the bathrooms in the library? And as long as the library is open, there will be somebody answering your question, and it will be pretty quickly. They will get back to you. This is, I've used this resource probably 2 or 3 times this semester. It's very useful. The other thing that I would like you to know about, once you're on the Morris Library webpage, let's go here under this Find Library Resources. This one we'll be using in class quite a bit. Click on this one search. You'll see that you can get articles, databases, books. Literally, you just do one search. So it's kind of like Google for the library. For our purposes, since we're doing an argumentative sequence, I'd like you to check out the Opposing Viewpoints Resource Center right here. You'll see that you have to be an SIU student. That makes sense. Let's get signed in. That should pop up for you the same way it did for me. If you've accessed it through D2L, you're kind of already signed in. And here, there's a couple of things. You can search for whatever you want to search on. If let's say you want to talk about legalization of marijuana, or racism, or police brutality, or diabetes, anything you can think of, you can literally just search your topic. You see it offers you some suggestions. Another thing you can do is go over here to Browse Issues. Let's say you don't know what you want to write about. You want to see what people have to say. Browse Issues. This is insane. Look at all of this stuff that comes up. This, and if you click on one of these, let's try Green Cities, you'll see that a whole host of other resources come up. So here we're talking about academic journals, green cities in the news. We're talking about, statistics, viewpoints. So it could be editorials, articles that were written by a particular person or group of people discussing their point or their side of the topic. Reference books, maybe encyclopedias or other, journals, things like that. Websites that might be useful for you, magazines, so you can see. But opposing viewpoints that will be an invaluable tool for you. So get familiar with this. We'll be using this for your last 2 papers. So I think that's it. I just wanted to show you a couple of things that will be useful for you on D2L, things that I thought maybe not everyone knew. And again, we accessed the Brytewave. I showed you how to use the highlight tool and the note tool, and then the Morris Library page. So yeah, hopefully these will help you as we continue our semester in English 102.